This is how you make the free tic-tac-toe Valentines. Get the free templates to make your own on momenvy.co. Okay, first you're going to need Valentine style bags. Now you can get them with the hearts already on them at Dollar Tree, and you can also get them like this at Michael's as well. But I just decided to pick up the Dollar Tree ones because I only need to make a couple, and they're really inexpensive. Then you're going to need either clear little, they're called glass gems, and they're meant for floral arrangements, or you can use hearts that are red or pink, or you can use the ones that are just red and pink, or any two colors that you like. But for today's example, I'm going to show you the cheapest option, which is the clear ones that we're going to add vinyl to. So the first step is we're going to add our vinyl to our gems. Now for each one, you want to make sure that you have enough of the big ones. And again, I got these at Dollar Tree, just like I got everything else, but as you can see, I have two options in my set. I have these little tiny ones and I have the big ones. We only want to use the big ones. You can use the small ones for something else. So you want to make sure that you use at least 9, because that's how many spots there are on a tic-tac-toe board. But what I'm going to do is actually do 10, and I'm going to do 5 of X's and 5 O's. Okay, so what you're going to need if you're going to put the X's and O's onto these is transfer tape, and you're going to need vinyl X's and O's. So I don't need, as you can see, these are really small, so I only need a tiny little piece of transfer tape. So I'm just going to cut off a little rectangle, and that one piece should easily be able to do all 10 of these. Then you're going to need some X's and O's. So again, I said we're going to do 5 of each. Here are some X's. Let me get some O's. Okay, so I have my X's and O's that I already cut out, and I'm just going to go ahead and weed these. And then we need to weed our O's. And for this, I'm just going to pull up from the corner, and then I'll use my weeder to do the rest. So I'm just taking my weeding tool, and I'm just going to pull out my centers of all my O's. Okay, so now we're just going to do one at a time. We'll go ahead and we'll start with our O's. This is going to be really easy. I'm just going to start over here, so that way I don't even have to cut this, because if I start over here, it'll easily take just this one off. So you have a rounded side and a flat side, and we're going to be putting our vinyl, because it's colored on both sides, we're going to put it on the bottom, the flat side. So you're going to make sure you take your alcohol and just clean the bottoms of all of these. And why we do this is it makes sure that the vinyl adheres better to it. Okay, now that these are dry, we're going to take our O's and our X's, and we're going to transfer them over. We're going to do 5 of each. So I just used my transfer tape, and now I'm going to take my O, and I'm going to transfer it over. I've got my tool here. I'm just going to make sure we rub really hard. And then we'll just peel it off. And then as you can see, when we put it down, you can see the O right through there. Now we're going to move on to our X's. These are in red. I did mine in red and pink, but you can choose any color you'd like. Take my X's and do the same thing. Okay, now the next step is going to be to transfer your heat vinyl. Mine comes with a heart already on it. Yours may not, so you can either put a heart on here or any sort of design, and you can either leave this blank, or in my case, I'm going to put a name on the front because it just personalizes it a little bit more. On the back is where I'm going to put my tic-tac-toe board. And so first I need to do is I need to weed all of these, which I will do very quickly for you. I'm going to start with my tic-tac-toe board on the front. And what you want to do is you want to actually put this as far down as you can. And then just try to center it. Okay, so I have it what looks to be about centered. And now I'm going to take my Teflon sheet and put it over top. Normally I would use my heat press. It'll take 2 seconds, but because I wanted to be able to show this to you all easier, I decided to use my little mini press. It will take a little bit longer than if I was heat pressing. Now I'm going to use the power of editing to go ahead and speed it up so you can see the final product. Okay, now we're going to just pull this off carefully, peel it. Then I'm going to take my little hearts and I'm going to press them on. Okay. Take this off, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to press it one more time without the carrier sheet. Now, because these are burlap sack type bags, you can really tell whether or not you've pressed hard enough and long enough, because you will see little kind of, I don't know if you can tell on here, but you can see like little indents from the burlap showing through. Now on the other side, we're going to go ahead and put his name. Try to center it. And just like I did with the other side, I'm just going to press it one more time with the Teflon sheet without the carrier sheet. And that is what our finished product looks like.